What did I just watch this entire weekend? I love Daytona. What's going on, guys? Cool 200 here, back with another video. Welcome to the NASCAR Lounge. We are reviewing the Cup and Xfinity race today. I don't know if there was a truck race. I didn't watch the truck race. I had so many plans this weekend, and I actually was lucky to watch the Xfinity race, which, by the way, was raining the whole week at Daytona. Really sucked. The Xfinity race was actually just delayed. It started at like 9:30, 10, something like that. What a crazy race that was. Colleague racing was awesome with Ross Chastain. AJ Allmendinger, it's cool to see him back in the car, and Justin Haley, all working together. They ran up front most of the time. Ross Chastain and AJ Allmendinger, I think, won both stages, if not Ross Chastain. And then the big one happened. Tons of cars were involved. I think Ray Black Jr. was involved in a wreck early. I don't remember a whole lot from that race. It was a very good race. I was actually watching it with my cousin. He was very impressed as well, so that was kind of cool to see. But it was a very entertaining race. Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, they kind of dominated the race. Tyler Reddick, I think Xfinity points leader, if not close. He was involved in a wreck. He actually blew a tire and would finish his day pretty much. So you had Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Man, taking the win. That was pretty cool. I know a lot of fans really enjoyed that. He smashed a watermelon on the checkered flag finish line in front of the fans. They were all cheering, and then his crewman smashed a watermelon in victory lane while he was standing in the middle celebrating, so that was really cool. Not a whole lot to talk about with the Xfinity series. I don't want to run through everything because I don't remember everything that really happened. There was a ton of wreckage, but a lot of good racing for sure. And no Cup regulars, but I do want to mention Jeffrey Earnhardt was supposed to be there in the 81, I believe, with IK9. IK9, I think, pulled out of the Daytona race, leaving Jeffrey Earnhardt not to show up. There was some stuff happening there. I even asked where Jeffrey Earnhardt was. They didn't mention him at all. So it was kind of weird, for sure. Not sure exactly what happened there. But I did hear that IK9 actually went and signed with Hailie Deegan. So great for her. She is a up-and-coming star for sure. A lot of buzz around her name, so that was cool to see. Another thing I wanted to mention, the NASCAR Heat 4 cover for the game was released. Actually, both covers. There is the standard base version with Kevin Harvick on the front, Tony Stewart, lots of smoke in the background, NASCAR Heat 4 under Kevin Harvick, and Harvick's car in front, along with Clint Bowyer's car sneaking in the back. So that was a very, very cool cover. Personally, I like it. And then the gold edition, which is I think $70. The standard was 40 or 50. I think it was 50. The 70 or gold version has Jeff Gordon on the cover because you get actually a Jeff Gordon car to run in it, along with some other things that was pretty cool. So I'm obviously going to get the gold version for sure, but just wanted to mention that NASCAR Heat 4 cover unveil went through, and Kevin Harvick got your cover. Now we got to get on to the Cup race. Oh my gosh, what did I witness? Stage 1, not too much happened. They pit, and there was a great little battle, but Joey Logano ultimately left the Ford camp pretty much and won Stage 1 after pitting. It was really the manufacturing war. You had a Ford, Toyota, Chevrolet, and Toyota only had 6 cars, so yeah, it was pretty weird for Toyota, but Chevrolet with like their 20, I think, cars, and then Ford, of course. They all came down pit road as a manufacturing group. Toyota actually went with Chevrolet since they're small. I think they should have went with Ford. That would have kind of balanced them out since Chevrolet does have the most for sure. But, yeah. And then stage 2 was a mess. Stage 2, you saw Ricky Stenhouse go in front trying to block Kurt Busch, and he would get spun around. He would ultimately be able to fully continue. Hood was bubbled up a little bit, but I think they got to push back down, and he would be able to continue and definitely show his face more and more up front. Kurt Busch had not too much damage. I think he was very, very, very clean as to hitting a car. And then Brad Keselowski actually would end up getting turned by Kevin Harvick not lifting, I believe. He went into the outside wall. His day was done. Kevin Harvick also hit the wall. His day was pretty done. And Joey Logano's day was a little messed up as well. David Reagan would be involved. He would overcorrect, and he would hit the wall, barely getting touched by Kevin Harvick, but just that little touch sent Reagan swerving, and he hit the wall. All four of those had terrible days. Brad Keselowski and David Reagan were out. There was another one-car spin. It wasn't too notable. And then your stage 2 winner was Austin Dillon. Pretty cool to see that number 3 back up front. I'm not a huge fan of Dillon, but I think it's cool that someone new was up front. And then that was a huge battle, by the way, for stage 2 win. Austin Dillon was top to bottom, the 3 wide. Paul Menard trying to take the lead. It was ridiculous. It was so cool to see. I mean, that was great Daytona racing. They ran the Talladega package with a big spoiler, a bigger, I think, splitter. It was crazy. There's so much turbulence around the front under the hood that Paul Menard and David Reagan both lost cow flaps. The little flaps that hold on the... I'm going to try and show you. Here. It's that little thing right there. That comes, up when you're spinning, kind of like the roof flaps here. And they started to come off. That's how crazy it was. And then in stage 3, you had some pits. You had lots of things happen. Tons of 3 wide racing because people started to speculate that the end of the race was coming, and it was coming fast. Lightning and rain was both moving into the area. It was dark. Rain all week. By the way, this was a postponed race. It was supposed to be Saturday night. Started at 1 o'clock Sunday. And I think that Brad Keselowski wreck actually happened in stage 3. Excuse me. And it's just crazy. But the biggest story was Austin Dillon trying to block. He had the lead, tried to block Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer had a huge run. He moves to the bottom. Austin trying to move to the bottom. His spotter says clear. Austin was not clear. Goes right off the front nose of Clint Boyer. Coming down the racetrack. And in the turn, you know what happens when he comes back down the racetrack? He slides back up. He slid back up that banking and took out almost everyone. I saw Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, William Byron, Ty Dillon, Michael McDowell had a little damage but escaped. Those were the guys that I really saw escape. And then the weather really started to get bad. That was a big one, by the way. That was maybe the whole field, it really looked like. It was a mess. And then you had guys that were running up there that probably shouldn't have been there. You had Michael McDowell. You had J.J. Yaley. And they actually did an interview with him. That was kind of weird. You had just Matt Benedetto. He does belong up there. I'm going to say that he does belong up there, but it was just, it's a small team. Kurt Busch was leading. And NASCAR was waiting for the lightning to kind of clear up, They gave the pace car 1 to go. 1 more pace lap. Well, for the racers, that means we're going racing, right? So mostly everybody came down pit road. Kurt Busch as well, giving up the lead. And then down the backstretch. Actually, I don't even think down the backstretch. I think literally at the checkered flag, The lights came back on the pace car, or the pace truck. We were going to stay under caution, and later, the drivers came down pit road for the final time, with Justin Haley and William Byron leading them down pit road. Tons of cars were damaged. Kurt Busch's heart was broken. After many, many hours of just trying to get the race started, the rain came in, and it was official. Justin Haley, for Spire Motorsports in his third Cup Series start, won today's Daytona 400. Did I say that? Is that a dream? Did Justin Haley really just win with a literal new team? Yes. They won before Stuart Haas. Can I say that? This race has always been known for like the smaller teams to do well. But for Justin Haley, that's pretty cool. We all know what happened a few years ago where Justin Haley was about to win at Daytona in the Xfinity Series. He goes below the yellow line. He does cross the start-finish line first, but Kyle Larson was declared the winner because that was a foul move. Today, Justin Haley got redemption. He won. That's crazy. It really is. Spire Motorsports literally just started their cup. They opened their cup doors this year and has run with Quinn Houff, Reed Sorensen, and Justin Haley as their three main drivers. Justin gets it done here at Daytona. We know this is a place for smaller teams to show what they can do. And Justin Haley did it. Ran in the back most of the day. Spire Motorsports quality right there. But they were there at the end. It was a great call from his crew chief to tell him to stay out as long as possible. And Justin Haley, even though it doesn't matter because he's not running for points, he won. So I'm very good job, Justin Haley. Really good job. It was crazy to see. It was an okay race. The rain really made it worse. But I love Daytona, and this race was pretty fun to watch. That three-wide battle, I can't believe they could stick it out that long until Austin Dillon and the spotter messed up. Everybody's blaming it on Clint for some reason. Also, I want to talk about the incident that happened in practice with Brad Keselowski and William Byron. I actually have some words here for Brad. Brad, if it's practice, what are you doing? Okay, what are you doing? Literally. William Byron got up the track a little bit, tried to come back down on Brad. You know, wouldn't call it blocking. I would call it trying to get back in line as the first car. And this is practice. Brad doesn't lift, turns Byron. And he says, I'm not going to deal with that. Brad, this is practice. You're lucky Byron saved that car. Because if Byron would have overcorrected or went around, you would be involved and in a backup car because of what you did. Maybe William Byron should have went up the track, but maybe because maybe you need to, hit that brake pedal a little bit and realize this is practice. I don't want to tear up my stuff yet. You got lucky that all you got was a little bit of nose damage. I mean, come on. Some fans have to agree with me here. Brad should have lifted at least a little bit. I mean, this is only Byron's, fourth time here at Daytona? I get he probably should know what he's doing at least a little bit here in the Cup Series. But, good lord, dude. Just another reason why I don't like Brad. And probably with him running his mouth the whole week about not lifting and crap like that. Kevin Harvick wasn't taking it, he didn't lift, and he put Joey or Brad in the wall. Everybody's saying that's karma. I like to think so. I don't like Brad, and what Brad did makes me dislike him a little bit more. So, good on him. Anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to talk about. That's the excitement that I saw this week. What a crazy race. I think Larson finished poorly. I know he was involved in that wreck, but it also looked like he was still on track. So, yeah. Also, who was up there was Landy Castle. He was second. He could have got second. Michael McDowell had a decent finish. But the top three I know was Justin Haley with the win. Still can't believe that. William Byron and Jimmy Johnson with maybe his best finish of the year. Alex Bowman was unfortunately caught up in the big one. Everybody's blaming it on Clint. I'm sorry, but if rain's coming, and this is where or not lifting is okay. If rain's coming, and you think you can win the race, and you've got the path, but someone's trying to come down, you're not lifting. You're not lifting. And Clint Boyer didn't lift. Austin Dillon spotter literally said, "Clear, clear." Austin comes down and just gets collected. It is what it is. Boyer got wrecked too, so a lot of good cars taken out for sure. Kyle Busch was involved, but I mean, if you're needing to win that race, I wouldn't lift. I would not lift if I'm in the place that Boyer's in. I'm not lifting. I want the win. I'm almost out of the playoffs. He's 3 points above that cut line now. Now, yeah, he did wreck. That's his fault for, not lifting. But it's also Austin Dillon's fault from his spotter saying clear, clear when he clearly wasn't. So it's just restrictor, or I guess not restrictor plate, but it is just super speedway racing, Both guys obviously have their own faults. Clint Boyer maybe should have lifted, maybe should have thought about, hey, if I wreck, I'm really out. But Austin Dillon's, he's aggressive, but he just kept coming down. He saw the Boyer was there, he gets clipped, he went up. They just kept coming down. Like Clint Boyer said, he just kept coming down. You just can't do that. You're gonna take yourself out. That's what happened. But anyways, guys, I'm done talking about this. What a crazy week. And now we go on to Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Pocono. Oh, I would skip those. I've had enough of Pocono. So that I might not do a race review on that. Period. Nobody wants to hear about Pocono. But anyways, guys, I'm done talking. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more. Let me know. What did you think about Jay Haley winning this race? Pretty cool to me. And follow me on all the social medias. I've been very active on there. Twitter, I even posted about Justin Haley winning. And on Instagram, I gave some spoilers on which cars I will be reviewing very soon. There's actually a lot of spoilers on there. So if you want to check that out, links in the description. Pretty easy to follow me. You just got the follow button. I probably should make it so you don't have to request. That's probably stupid. So anyways, guys, please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the Kentucky predictions video. Peace.